Adobe Photoshop is now on ChatGPT. You can upload any photo and use the natural language to edit your photo with Photoshop in ChatGPT. You can apply effects and changes just like you edit in Photoshop. You can do this in the free version, and this is all for free in ChatGPT. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to use it and all the effects that you can use in ChatGPT right now. First, you need to go to the ChatGPT, open the chatgpt.com in your browser, and after that, you need to connect Photoshop with your account. So to connect it, just go to the left corner, click on your profile icon, then go to the settings option and go to this apps and connectors. Then here you will find the Adobe Photoshop. Click on it and you need to connect your account with Photoshop. And after that, you just need to click on connect again, and it will try to connect your Photoshop and ChatGPT. And now as you can see, Adobe Photoshop is now connected. You can disconnect it anytime. Now, after connecting the Photoshop, next we're going to go to the plus icon and click on this more, and you'll find this Adobe Photoshop. Now click on Adobe Photoshop. Now we just have to upload a photo to start editing. So I'm just going to upload a photo here. So I have uploaded this image, man sitting in a park. So we're going to just give a prompt to edit here. Now remember that ChatGPT is not going to create a new image or anything generative fill replacement. It will just use the Photoshop to edit your photo with natural language prompt. So for example, if I just give a prompt here, make the background black and white and click submit. And as you can see, here's the image and here's the prompt, and it will start to analyze the image and connecting to the Photoshop web application and start to edit with the Photoshop. Now our photo has been edited, and if we scroll down to get a better look, as you can see, the background has been changed to black and white. Now you'll notice two new things here, which is a download option in the left corner. You can just click and download the photo, and you'll see there's a filter looking option here. So if you just click it, it will give you more control of the photo like you use in Photoshop. Like you will have a gray intensity option. Now if I just slide over the intensity here, you can see the color has been changed of the background to black and white to color again, and you can choose whatever intensity that you want in your photo. So just like you use in Photoshop, but you can do this with now prompt here. Now remember, this is not creating a new photo, this is applying edits on your original photo. Now you might see a open in Photoshop here. If you click this open in Photoshop, this will take you to the Photoshop web application and you can edit further here. But for now, we're going to do some more example to see what we can do with ChatGPT. So whenever you like this image, just click on the image and tap enter. So now we can apply edits with the background being black and white. So we're going to give another prompt here. So we're going to give a simple prompt here, make his glass color green. So we can see if it can change the object color using the Photoshop, and click submit. Now you'll notice that I gave a prompt to change the color of the glasses to green, but ChatGPT gave me hue, saturation and lightness adjustment target. So if I just move over this hue option here, you can see I can actually control over the glass color now. Now if I want a green color, I can choose this color just like the green that I want, or I can choose many other color adjusting the hue here. And also I get the saturation option to make the color more bright, and also I can choose the light option to control how bright or dark I want my green color. So there are lots of effects that you can use in ChatGPT. So I'm going to just create one more prompt to apply the effect. So before typing it, I'm just going to press enter again and just going to say add a creative effect and click submit. As you can see, ChatGPT just added a film grain effect here. So if I click on this expand option, as you can see, I've added a creative film grain effect to give the image more cinematic and artistic feel. Now I can use the size and strength option on the right here to make it more cinematic, and change the slide of the strength to give a more cinematic look. And also it give me a chroma option of toggle it to turn it on or turn it off. It will give a colorful effect of the film grain here. Now if you go to the chat here, you can see ChatGPT also telling me that I can create lots of effect here like bloom, dew tone, tree tone, radial, blur, dynamic focus. There's a lot of effect you can do with ChatGPT. Now there's a lot of effects you can apply with ChatGPT. Now if you don't like any effect, you can just tell to ChatGPT, like if I just tell ChatGPT to remove the remove the film grain effect and click submit. Now as you can see, film grain removed successfully. Your image now have only the color subject of the background being black and white, and also I have the control over to change the color of the sunglasses here. Now there's some things that you cannot do with ChatGPT using the Photoshop, like if I want to add something here, so if I give a prompt here, add a tree on its background and click submit. As you can see, ChatGPT is now creating another image which I don't want. I want to add this image, like add a tree on this image, but ChatGPT is now creating another image which like I don't want. I just want to edit this image. But ChatGPT just create a whole new image so there's lots of effects and others adjustment that you can do. I'll show that later, but let me show you. If you go to this open in Photoshop option, so if you just click on this open in Photoshop, it will start to create a link, and when the link is open and when the link is done, you just need to click on ready to open. It will take you Adobe Photoshop web application, and don't worry, you don't need an Adobe account to use the Adobe Photoshop within the ChatGPT and using the Photoshop web application. Now as you can see, it's creating the document for me, and you will have the access to all the web application just like the Photoshop that you use. It will be available to edit with ChatGPT. Notice how this is also the layer that we created in ChatGPT. This is the layer 1, this is the layer 2, and this is the hue and saturation option. But the limitation is you will not have the premium feature to use this like the Gemini 3 or the Nano Banana Pro that you can use in Photoshop. Now you can continue adjusting your editing using the Photoshop if you want. Now you get the generative option here. If you want the generative fill, you can use that. Now back to the ChatGPT, let me show you how to get the list of all effects and adjustment that you can do in ChatGPT. So if I just give a prompt here, give me all the list of the adjustment that you can apply with Photoshop app, and click submit, and it will start to give me the list of all the adjustment, or as you can see, it's giving the list of hue, saturation, highlights and shadows, exposure, bright and contrast, and important notes like the adjustment can be applied to enter image, subject only, background only, and also the specific objects like glasses, clothes, trees, like the example that I showed you earlier. Give me a list of effects that I can apply and click submit. And this is going to give me all the list of effects that right now it can apply using the Photoshop app. Maybe in the future, it will have more effects and adjustment using the Photoshop app within the ChatGPT. Like it can do motion blur, radial blur, grain effect, tritone sepia, and you get the list here. They also have a comic or the turns photo into a comic style art. So again, on this image, and I'm going to turn this into a comic style art. Turn this photo into comic style art, and let's see if it can do this, and click submit. Now as you can see, it really applied effects of comic style and also gave me all the control over like the edge strength, edge noise, dark fill, like how much dark that you want, color count, like if you want the color to pop out, and here's the saturation option, and many more like halftone dots, adjustment that you can do like you use Photoshop. Now you can use this with ChatGPT using the natural language prompt that we use in ChatGPT. And later you can just open in Photoshop and then you can edit with Photoshop. And the main thing, this is very useful because it will not change the original image. It will take the original image and you can edit further with the natural language prompt for free using the ChatGPT, which is pretty cool. So this is the video that I want to share with you guys. If you found this video helpful, please subscribe to this channel, and thank you for watching.